What is up, everyone? Jonathan here. Remember my other video I made of this thrift store phone? Well, this evening, I'm gonna do a full review of it. Alright, so this is basically just not a camera flip phone. It's just the original standard, but I have this texture on it, which it feels pretty nice. You got the charger and for the headphones right there, and the back cover, the Samsung, and the back speaker right there. And basically, like other flip phones have like volume rocker right here and other buttons, but like I said, it's not a camera phone, so it's just a standard phone like this. That the texture feels pretty nice. Let's boot her up. And for this as an old phone, you can see it is being slow a little bit, so we'll give it time. The old AT&T logo. Let me theme. Alright, so now we're in the standard screen, which it's saying for March 19th, and that's correct. It's because I've updated it in the time, but the time is off, but I don't care at this point. So basically, you can go in menu, App Center, but for this phone, it doesn't have a SIM card, so can't do anything about it. So got messaging, and this phone was completely factory reset right before it was taken to the thrift store and have a contacts book. And basically, what AT&T put on this phone before they put this out back then. And I'm gonna go with my stuff and pictures, which basically have pre-installed pictures from Samsung, but not gonna go through all of that. And now we have tools, record audio, alarms, calendar, task and memo, and other stuff. So you can go press go to, and it'll take us here to where I have all this. And basically, this is like a pretty nice phone, and yeah, it's not pretty much a good liker for me because there's no camera. I basically prefer like camera phones and other stuff. Insert SIM/SOS calls only. Funny. Connect into mobile web will incur extra crud. I forgot. But anyways. But other than that, this phone is pretty nice, and other stuff. And I mean, there will be that one day that I posted a video of this phone that I found at the thrift store. The other thing is, I've noticed that when I charged it and all night the battery was draining, and in the morning I heard it buzz, and then it shut down. It's because the battery drained pretty quick, and I'm guessing, and my guess is as these old phones age and clean the battery, that it'll drain pretty much fast. But other than that, this is basically part of my collection of phones, because in my life I never actually had a flip phone. It was just, my first phone was basically a messaging phone until I got my first smartphone pretty early grown up, but no judgment there. You can see, and other than that, pressing the down button for the center or up can adjust the ringtone. You can set it to high if you like, but I basically prefer down. Just so if I keep this phone on all night, then I won't hear what annoying tone it probably has for the low battery. And what I forgot to mention is has this speaker on the top, so can hear, and also a microphone on the bottom just to speak into and stuff. So other than that, pretty nice phone. And for the battery cover, best part about it is how Samsung engraved it into the plastic. It's pretty nice, but nothing too more exciting there. There, got it on. Alright. So, pop that off, and it's a standard charger, like for old phones like this and smartphones. And I do have one from an AT&T Z2222 flip phone that it definitely works with this phone, and can definitely see that right there. Arrgh. But overall, and like in my first video, I did actually clean this phone because it did look pretty gunky and it did have odd smell to it, but it's a used flip phone, so what else am I gonna do? So anyways, that's it for the review on this phone. Let's boot her down.